that you pray for is the very thing that you're going to face and the very thing that you're going to fight in order to learn that skill. So I've been doing this for a few years. I've been writing for 20 years, but my marriage fell apart back in 2021, and I just didn't know how to cope. I wanted to find something constructive to do, so I started coming outside. And it's just amazing how you think of where you were and you hope you can get to someplace better. And I was working at an Amazon fulfillment center, and I hated it. And honey, folks didn't even want to talk to me because I had a resting bitch. Honey, excuse me, I know it's a clean show, but it's true. You know, I just didn't have the right kind of attitude. But still, even then, God came and he saw about me, and he spoke to me. So please be blessed by this collaboration with God that we love to call Miss Too Serious.
I live to go to work and make money. Even though what I do is such a bore compared to the reality I long for, yet never committed to the model of doing more in order to ensure that before I die, I get to live the lie. Yeah, I'm not a bitch, but I'm a liar. Always having dreams of a life to others will inspire. Seeking to set off mental explosions and erosions with the flame of my hot fire. Cause yeah, the bumps of the grind make you want to early retire. That's why you gotta plug into some strong, steady wire that'll pull you up when you're low to remind you to think higher. Yo, real talk. When did I become Miss Too Serious? Stalking around my place of work with a face pressed like Don's and Fast and the Furious. Pulled from the smoke of the blunt until I become delirious. As I dodge these emotions over a man that's got me curious. Dang. My mind is blown as I scroll through the news feed on my phone. Yo, I can swear we're grown, still the things I see cause speed of bone. Wow. Forcing the weed to pull me higher. You know, numbing the feelings of what transpires. Now engulfed in bitter fire because the cycle never tires. Or maybe you shouldn't believe the truth from a liar. Because I live to go to work and make money in order to fuel the true passions of life that I adore. For there is no other reality but mine to long for. As I'm fully committed to becoming more in order to ensure that before I die, I live to fly. And yet my flame is so lit that you'll never see the dark. I mean, my fire's so cool you think you're strolling through the park. If you need my help, I'll allow with a bar. Then I'll come through and set your flame with my spark. I'll never give up. With my words, I'm a fighter. And I'll continue to say I will always be a writer.
All right.
Feel like pulling you down, choking you tighter. Remember to look up. Remember to think higher. Cause baby, you're not just the plug. You're the whole damn wire. We're straight to lift up others and inspire, because we must pay it forward in order for others to pursue their desires. Yo, honestly, I don't have much more to say. Though from the start, we've come a long way. I hope your mind's been focused and not led astray, but hey, it's okay. You can catch me on replay. All right. Now it's time to get back to the money because my bank account needs this free honey. And yeah, work is boring, but I feel no hate. I definitely won't feel away when that deposit hits on the 8th, or in case you missed it, I'm sorry to say. So, I walked away from a relationship with God in order to sustain my marriage because my husband told me that he didn't believe in God and that if I was going to do the Christian thing that we couldn't be together. Now I know that we all have different beliefs, whether it's God or whatever, you know, universe, life or whatever, but what I have learned is that you don't walk away from who you are. I mean, how is that even love? How can you know me if you don't know how tight I am with God? And that's really where my gift comes from. Every single poem that I recite, I always have to give honor to him, and I say it's a collaboration with him because that's the source of my strength in my life. So there'll be moments in life where we get overwhelmed, and again, I'm gonna remind you, keep the faith no matter what. And there are moments where sometimes we get overwhelmed, and I have them often because I'm very emotional. And my favorite soap opera is General Hospital. I sometimes do commentary on YouTube. Check me out, Sabrina. And two of my favorite characters, they're best friends. And whenever she gets chaotic, he says, okay, whoa, take a deep breath and count down from 10. So please be blessed by this collaboration with God that we love to call Countdown. fellow ladies and misters. I'm a mess in distress, asking for God to look upon me and bless as I press my way through the trial, through the test. You want to know what I don't understand? How over my life there's a call, but my back's pressed against the wall, being belittled while trying to stand tall, while looking over my shoulder in order to avoid a fatal fall. Yet I'm the one who's supposed to rise above it all. Every time I turn around, there is something going wrong, making the coming day of deliverance seem all but long, because the mischiefs and miseries of life come to prolong the singing of my heart's joyful song. But come Sunday, the preacher will tell you, saints, it's all to make you strong. However, I return home to begin the week again, searching for signs of change, looking to the Lord, asking, receiving calls from collectors who on the bills won't bend, praying, Father, please keep me sent. Please your grace over me extend. You know I'm doing all that I can as I reach for this pen, finding myself having to step back before I lose and counting down from 10. Because Lord is pressing hard against my spine. You know, I just want to get back and recline. Though if I did, I would suffer a spiritual decline that I can't afford, as I am yours and you are mine, here and now at the count of 9. Because Jesus suffered in anguish so great, taking my sins upon his plate. Yet my own sufferings I have the nerve to hate. But it's not too late, going forward on 8. For though I am a traitor, he is still my beloved creator, leading me on the rise of life's elevator. When 3 ticks past 11, I get word that somebody shot the homie Kevin. And as he ascends unto heaven, I scream for justice till 7. From the 3 little pigs, I learned that a strong foundation ain't built with sticks but bold bricks. And yet at times the grind will make you sick, but it's that type of hustle that'll make your skin thick. As I'm reminded, with my God there's no problem we can't fix. With that in mind, I plunge head first in a fate's twisted mix, holding my breath for 6. Once below, I proceed to dive. Deeper and deeper, I push to strive, because if I wish to survive, I must go against the current in order to come alive. Closer and closer I get, don't I find, to knocking on destiny's door. In spite of those moments, I stumble hard against the floor, relieving me of my self-righteous core, so I may always look upon the one whom the heavens adore. Now in love, falling fast at 4. Listen to me, not by our might alone, but with He. Because together now we have power over the enemy. No longer blind, but with the clear sight to see. My enemy with the force to sting like a bee. But the chains are now broken, leaving me free. So get ready, get set, and time for 3. And I mean, don't you dare stop believing that the promises His word contains is true. It's written proof of God's grace for me, for you. Declare that no matter what it looks like, by faith we'll make it through. If only trust in Him, which we must choose. Now look at His hand with mine being joined at 2. And that's when I realize that I must rejoice even when it all goes wrong. Because with my God, deliverance is far from long. No more allowing my circumstances to prolong the singing of my heart's joyful song. And any good teacher will tell you it's all to make you strong. So I'm going to continue to run my big rush forward like the bullet from a gun, thanking the Father for the Son, knowing I'm going to make it because I am that one. Please understand that the preacher didn't lie. The trials of life will cause even the heartless to cry. However, the outcome depends on whether or not you continue to try. So if you're out there on the edge and there's no one around, be bold, make a sound, don't be shaken, stand your ground and initiate the countdown. And you gotta always remember, you are that one. Yeah. Wow.
But through the divorce, I have been having an attitude of not really celebrating how far I've come and how, you know, the accomplishments that I've made as myself, you know, and with God's help. And I'm just working on changing my attitude, because we need to celebrate ourselves and where we come from, even in those bad moments, because there's still purpose in pain. You know, I wouldn't be here for that if it was not for that experience, even though it was hurtful. And it has built me up as a woman, as a mother to the little girl in the back there sleeping.
So, please be blessed by this collaboration with God, and I hope you will take this with you. The audacity. Shh. Can you keep a secret? Because with this poem, I don't know where to start. Hey, you keep this quiet? I'm concentrating really hard to hold in this fart. From the way this gas passed through my tummy, my behind's about to blow out the sounds of a fart. And I was raised by my parents in Christ, not to be rude. So maybe it's best for others that I withhold the internal sounds of my spark. But what of this pressure pain I now feel below? If I don't break wind, how else can I release this energy from me to go? Oh Lord, in the words of Fred Sanford, this is the big one. And woo-wee, the aroma from this is for certain to be strong. But God, I thank you for the will of choice, because forget the folks, it's time to exercise my right to be wrong. 'Tis the season to release a mighty wind from between these cheeks, for the freedom of discomfort in the depths of my gut now loudly speaks. It says, I was created by creation to impress the finesse of the written word game. Eyes forward, pushing progress, not regress away from the old saying, as I hop to the bottom of memories that used to bring shame. Knowing that the ripest fruits of success comes to the spirits of souls who've been left untamed. Be the flame that lights our own natural gas. Purpose for setting the dead on fire as a living match to ignite. I praise the body's wisdom to push out inner smoke that burns my books with a fresh word to recite. While I pray the fumes of my broken wind will disturb the still, manifesting a riot of spirit that I seek to incite. And whoa, look at that. I was never wrong thanks to the lessons of God that helped me to step right. The Bible says, Thou hast prepared the table before me in the presence of my enemy. So, if you came to watch me fail, God has already declared that's what you ain't gonna see. For thou hast anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Meaning that the blessings which reside within this vessel has far greater value than of a leprechaun and that four-leaf clover. Are you ready for me to bring the message of this piece into focus? It was a man named Forte from around the way whom I honestly can't remember a bad thing for him to say. And Lord, if I'm lying, come through and strike me down for blasphemy. That man reminded me to take accountability of time to fill my own cup to capacity. I meant to shine up close and afar. Yes, man, yes, sir, I snatched up the audacity to the benefit of me here and now as I hop to the top of this new song of mine called Face Tenacity. Woo! Now it's time to inhale some gas. Would you be so kind to me with that blunt and pass so I can pull from the spirit of smoke while I listen to the music a little boosty and webby, reminiscing of slow whipping down south where I'm from with the homies in the Chevy. Ooh, the fun I have when my mental emotion isn't feeling so heavy. Please allow me to caution you to be careful with my song. I mean, ask yourself, can I handle the bark of her word? Wow, how fascinating. Since at the beginning of this poem, I didn't know where to start. I always love to say before last. It kind of piggybacks on hot air, and I love the theme that we have going. I absolutely believe that we need to be the author of our own stories, because for a long time, I gave that power to my husband because I wanted his love and acceptance, and I overlooked the love and acceptance that I need to have for myself. The affirmation that God has already given me that I am fearfully and wonderfully made. And sometimes when we look back over the things that we have been through, we discount our experiences, and sometimes we get embarrassed, sometimes we want to hide. And I just want to encourage everyone to keep telling your stories. Don't let somebody else tell it for you. Don't let somebody else take the narrative for you. Speak loudly. So please be blessed by this collaboration with God that we love to call Speaks Louder. Now, don't pretend. Don't act as if you know what I go through. Don't feed me any lies. Just tell me what's really true. I need plenty of answers from the source. Is it you? Hurry before the curtains rise. Dang, it's too late. There's my cue. As I stand upon the stage, The look in her eyes speaks louder than any voice. Desperately wanting the reasons for my choice. You know, I can't help but wonder aloud. What difference to you will it make to know my story? Shining a light upon my missteps and faults won't bring to any glory. I don't want to go back and put what's past on display. Re-examine those old places filled with rotten decay. You have no idea how hard I pushed to get to this day. There is no value in who I used to be. That's what I say. And then the girl, she begins to cry, downright insisting that she didn't need to cry. So I decide to approach her, descending down from the top. And the closer I get, my jaw begins to drop. I mean, my eyes gazing hard upon her face, refusing to stop. She asks, "You find no value in me, in who you used to be? No matter how far you've come, you and I are still we. For without me, the you today could not be. The truth in these words, I know you must see. There is value in us." That's what I say, as I think back on how hard we pushed to get to this day. Be willing to re-examine those old places filled with rotten decay, for it's important to share what's past and put it on display. And it's not to put us up for shame or to glory. It's because the difference it'll make for others to know our story. So yes, share what you've been through. No need for any lies, just tell what's really true. Me playing the answers from the source, remember that is you. As slowly as the curtains rise, you are more than prepared to take your cue. I mean, don't you ever forget to stand firm in the reasons for your choice. Because it's who you are that speaks louder than any voice. To God be the glory. Be encouraged on this day. And no matter what, you had better always keep the faith. I am Sabrina Faith, and if you'd like to follow me, please do so on Instagram. Brina Talks a Lot. Thank you all so much.